Okay.
All right, awesome. Hey, how are you? It's Mel. Where should I look? Can you guys go closer? There you go. I know that's going to be a big arm workout for you.
Sorry, guys.
We're in the, as you can tell, we're in the back of the car.
We have did that thing.
Just left Dell's headquarters outside of Boston. It is International Women's Day, and we are racing to the airport to jump a flight to Dallas for a big speech tomorrow. And I wanted to take a minute. This is Coffee Talk. I'm Mel Robbins. I am the international best-selling author of The 5-Second Rule. I also am the audiobook author of Take Control and Kick Ass on Audible, and we have a brand new daytime talk show coming out with Tribune and Sony Pictures on September 16th this fall. And this Coffee Talk is our live daily broadcast where we give you the motivation, the fuel, the lift, the advice that you need in order to make the small changes that improve your life. And we also, of course, take you along for the ride.
What's up?
I'm looking at Joey, who's like leaning back
Oh,
like this,
thanks.
so he's not in the thing.
Yeah, I'm hanging out.
Don't worry, you're not in this one.
So, for International Women's Day, I want to share with you some incredible research that is going to help you get ahead in your career. And, you know, the thing about this research that I'm about to share with you, and we just shared it to a huge audience of women and men at Dell, and not only here outside of Boston at their headquarters in Hopkinton, but also to audiences all over the world that were streaming in from their other offices. The thing about the advice that I'm about to give, and this is all based on research, and it is behavior changes that work. The advice works outside of work too. And so even if you're not working in a corporate setting or you're not working at all, what I am about to share with you is true about anything in life. And so the first piece of research, and this is in honor of International Women's Day, is that, you know, do you know what the one strategy that is associated with making more money for women? Do you know what is one strategy that will help you make more money as a woman when you work in a company? You can put it in the comments. You can guess. No, it's not working longer hours. No, it's not taking the notes in the meeting. No, it's not doing everybody else's work for them. The one strategy based on research that will actually translate to you making more money is making sure your achievements are known. And I want to dig deeper into this because there are two kinds of work, right? Two kinds of work. I want you to shift your paradigm in the way that you think about work, because you do two kinds of work. You do work that is visible, and that is the work that you get credit for. So visible work consists of the ideas that you share in a meeting. It consists of the things that you talk to your boss about. It consists of the work that you're doing that people see. It consists of the results that you generate that are reported and discussed. And most importantly, it consists of the projects that you are working on that are strategically aligned with the goals of the company that people know about. Invisible work, on the other hand, is all the stuff you don't get credit for. So all those folks that you mentor in private, you're not getting credit for that. You should still do it, but I'm going to tell you how to do it differently. Answering the same question over and over and over again from multiple people on telephone calls, that's invisible. Notes in a meeting, then you're actually showing, which is you're acting like a note taker instead of a contributor. And so I want you to, on International Women's Day, I want you to own your power. Visible work that you do that you get credit for, and what is all the invisible work that you're doing that you're not getting credit for. And if you only make one change this year in your career, I want you to take on a habit of making sure your accomplishments are known, that the things that you're doing are more visible. So here's a couple tips. If you're mentoring people, don't do it in private. Have your mentees all meet at your office and make sure your boss knows that you're taking your 7 mentees out to lunch today. that becomes visible. If you're answering the same questions over and over and over again from people that are working outside your team or on your team, instead of having invisible conversations, create a FAQ document that answers all of the questions that you're constantly asked and circulate it far and wide. Then it becomes visible. When you go and you meet with your boss every week or two about everything that's on your plate, always, always, always list out all that and ask your boss to guide you on what priorities for this week. That way you've gotten clear what your boss and the company cares about, and you've also created a very visible moment with your boss where you have outlined all the things that you're working on that I guarantee he or she probably has no clue that half the stuff's on your plate. And it makes sense because you're busy. You don't know half the stuff that's on anybody's plate either. How would you unless they make it visible? So today, in honor of International Women's Day, I want you to take the one piece of research to heart that impacts your compensation. And that is, how visible are the accomplishments at work? And does your manager even know about them? And guess whose job it is to tell your manager? It's your job. And this is where the 5-second rule comes in, because you can think about doing this stuff, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 will override your bias towards overthinking and doubting yourself and hesitating and telling yourself you're not good enough. And it will, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, create a bias towards taking the action. One other very visible thing I want you to do. I want you to apply for a new job this year. That's right. Even if you're just 60, heck, 51% qualified, a list of recommendation or a list of requirements on a job posting, those are just suggestions. They're not all required. So if you've got 51% of them covered, you're good to apply. The reason why I want you applying for a new job is because it's a very visible demonstration that you want more. It's a very visible demonstration that you're looking for opportunities to grow. So there you go. For International Women's Day, own your power by owning your accomplishments and making sure that you're getting credit by being more visible at work. And if you loved this kind of advice, let me tell you something. You better get on our newsletter list. It goes out to 350,000 people every single week. We give advice like this with all the supporting links of videos and research that you can read. And the one we sent out yesterday was all about incredible ideas related to getting ahead at work. So go to melrobbins.com. Right on the homepage, you can find out the newsletter, subscribe, sign up. I don't even know. I think that's it. And I believe in you and your ability to change your life for the better by doing the small things like changing how you think, beating the patterns that hold you back, changing your behavior, because those little changes add up to huge, huge amazingness over time. And you got the power in you to do amazing things. Don't you forget it. And particularly today, International Women's Day, empowered women empower other women. So make sure you cheer for the other women in your life today. All right, I'll see you on Monday. If you see us in Dallas, make sure you say hello. I'll see you live on Monday. Coffee Talk will be coming from Boston. We'll be back in Boston. And next week it's what, Spokane? Where else are we going?
I have no idea.
San Diego.
San Diego next Wednesday.
Yeah, Spokane and San Diego next Wednesday. But we'll be taking you every day along the road with us on Coffee Talk, where you get your daily inspiration and pep talk. And if this advice was helpful to you, and you know a woman in your life that could really use this push to become more visible and own her power, your daughters, your wife, your mother, your sister, your aunt, your best friend, please, 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 please share this Coffee Talk with them, okay? Because it'll make a difference. And that's how you